What's up guys, today we're going to be analyzing a video called Dating Guru Courses Are Sad by Mr. Penguin Zero, where he roasts Avery Hayden. I know, plot twist. And we're going to take a look at some of his criticisms of Avery and the pickup community in general and see whether they're legit or full of shit. Alright, so in the last few hours I've had a bunch of people messaging me saying, yo, did you see the video of the penguins, man? I was like, what the fuck is a penguin? So I've heard of this guy once or twice in the past. I've never seen any of his videos, but clearly he's very popular. He has 12 million subscribers. The name of this video is called Dating Guru Courses Are Sad, and it got 500,000 views in under 4 hours. And this video is about Avery, where he basically calls Avery a scammer. So obviously we all know that I have a relationship with Avery, you know, we're friends, but I'm gonna try to put that aside, try to be as unbiased as possible, take an objective look at this video and the criticism that he levies against Avery and the pickup community in general. Let's jump right into it.
Over the years, I've made a lot of content making fun of pickup artists as well as gurus who sell pickup artist books on, you know, how to get dates, how to be the most irresistible man on the planet, how to become an Adonis with 3 simple steps, and the steps are usually like, be more attractive, do 5 push-ups.
So that's kind of a shot at Hamza, and yeah, I agree. There's a lot of cringy stuff in our community. There's a bunch of charlatans and people who don't really know what they're talking about, giving you generic recycled advice that they haven't even applied themselves. So that is all very true. However, we have to actually take a look at what Avery's doing. We can't just judge him because he's in this community, because then we could just say, well, everything in the fitness community is a scam because there's some people on there who are on steroids, right? And the pattern I notice with a lot of these bigger YouTubers like Philion or Penguins is that they're so disconnected from what it's like for the average guy to date, right? Because again, how are these guys meeting girls? Well, a bunch of girls are sliding in their DMs because they have massive amounts of clouds, and that's how they're meeting like 99% of the girls they meet. They're either meeting it through social circle or through Instagram because of their clout, right? But that's not something that's an option for 99% of men. And I find these guys become so disconnected with what it's like for the average guy that they literally, all they do is shame men who are trying to improve their results with women, but they offer absolutely no alternative. They're not like, oh, well, you know, this is what you should do instead. It's always just like, well, yeah, man, I mean, just be yourself, right? Okay, that only works if you're really famous, right? You know, at that point, yeah, you don't have to really do any kind of strategy, have any kind of approach, because girls come to you. But for 99% of guys, they actually need a strategy, right? This is what I feel like a lot of these guys are very disconnected from.
And then buy my next book. Like, basically, the entire guru community boils down to getting a bunch of gullible people to start subscribing to a reoccurring service that offers the most basic information that you already have access to for free. And it's a very lucrative scam. And today, I'd like to show you a gentleman who calls himself an international playboy and one of—
Now, I do want to point something out. The word scam gets thrown around way too loosely in the YouTube community. It seems like anyone who sells something that they don't like, actually, anyone who has any kind of business is a scammer, right? Like, oh, you have a business, you have a product, you're a scammer, right? But in order for something to be a scam, there needs to be a discrepancy between what that person promises and what they deliver. So if Avery's saying, hey, here's my course that's going to help you get better with women, and actually doesn't deliver on that, then yes, that would be a scam. Or if he sells them something else, or he doesn't deliver on the product at all, that would be a scam. However, just because you don't like the concept of a dating course doesn't mean that someone who sells a dating course, which actually works as a scam, right? That just means that you don't like the industry or the thing that they're offering, right? Now, me personally, I haven't actually gone through Avery's product, so I have no way of knowing whether it's legit or full of shit, but knowing what I know about Avery, I'm 99.9% sure that is something that's very legit, because I know that guy has game. I know that guy knows how to deliver on things that he promises.
The masters of seduction. So, you know, he's like a chess grandmaster, but of pussy. He's just truly a chosen Jedi here, honestly, when it comes to getting laid. And I believe him. He's very suave. I imagine he has kissed every single girl on this planet over the age of 18. Your wife? She's probably made out with this guy. I'm just gonna break it to you. I'm gonna rip the band-aid off and let you know the truth. But not only can he have sex with any woman that his eyes happen to glance upon, he is so nice and such a saint that he is giving us the secrets for a low price with the course that he's selling. And we even get a little sneak peek of some of the content that he's offering from his YouTube channel. And now I just—
So to me, this seems very much like a Philion video. It's just sarcasm and shaming, right? There's no valid logical critiques. There's no better alternatives. It's just sarcasm and shaming.
I want to be honest, he's of course not the biggest alpha male in the world, but it doesn't matter, because from what I can tell, it's still extremely successful for him, and he's made a good bit of money off of it, because that's just kind of the nature of the scam. You don't have to be super big or have a huge—
Not nearly as much money as you made on your clothing line, Mr. Penguins. You think he's making a lot of money? Like, come on, dude. He has like 20,000 subscribers, okay? He's making a living, but he's nowhere near the level of fame or the level of money success that you have or any one of your friends.
Online presence to make a good living just selling these kind of courses that prey on desperate people. So I just want to show you a little bit of this because it's pretty wacky. How to get 5 dates in 1 day. This picture makes him look like Tom Brady's failed clone. All right, how do I get 5 dates in 1 day, goddammit?
Major dating apps, not just one or the other. So I use
Smart.
Tinder.
Cast a wide net.
When you miss say something, it's annoying. Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, and the 4th one, which you probably haven't heard of,
Omegle.
Facebook dating. Facebook dating.
I don't know who here's using Facebook dating. I'm just going to say it. If you are so down bad you're going to Facebook dating, you need to take a hard look in the mirror and start reevaluating some choices.
Okay, this is a really dumb piece of criticism. There's absolutely nothing wrong with using Facebook dating. In fact, the quality of girls you're going to find on Facebook dating on average is higher than Tinder, right? So I'm assuming this Penguins guy meets most of the girls he sleeps with from Instagram. So what's the issue with other guys meeting girls from Facebook? They're both owned by the same company. There's really no difference, right? So if you stop and think about this, right, I meet girls through Instagram, this guy's talking about Facebook dating, it's the same fucking shit, right? It's just another lead source. So yeah, I don't see any point of shaming guys for using Facebook dating. It's a perfectly valid way to meet girls.
That sounds like a sting operation.
How good the response rate on that app is, and
Because they're all bots.
Cute girls. So those are the
I
four
don't know
apps
about
I
that.
use.
It's all bots.
And then on Tinder, Bumble,
Facebook dating.
and Hinge, I bought boosts. So you can buy 2 boosts on Tinder for
Pay to
about
win?
$10,
Okay.
2 on Bumble for like. And I look at their profile quickly, and if there's some interesting thing to comment on, there was one girl who mentioned attachment theory. I happen to have a degree in psychology, so I was able to make a comment about attachment theory and how that like she really got me going by.
Let me take a peek here. All right, so this guy, he's got the galaxy brain to pussy. He's got a degree in wooing women.
The second message is, I think you might be exactly my type.
That was actually a perfectly fine text. Like, that's a good way to start the conversation. Clearly, the girl responded very positively to it. So yeah, I don't know how you could criticize that text interaction.
Right? And then they'll say, what is your type, or something along those lines. And then I have a third
I mean, they're not
message,
NPCs.
which
I don't
is
think they're all
why
gonna
she
say
is
that.
my type. And then if she responds positively to that, I just go for the...
I've always been the dominant one. Cool. Love to be dominated. Yeah, he's in. That looked AI generated.
So yeah, like, I just quickly skimmed through that. The one tiny critique I would have of his text game is he's using too many emojis. So Avery, if you're watching this, tone down the emojis. But other than that, this is a solid text game. He's not making any glaring mistakes. So like, I don't know how he's using that example to prove his point.
But he almost looks cell shaded. Also, what service is this? An algorithm to grade you on smart, trustworthy, and attractive based on...
Homie, it's fucking photo feeler. Like, this guy's so disconnected from like the world. He doesn't even know what photo feeler is. That is insane.
One picture? Interesting.
Getting. That's why I include on my online course, The Spark, a complete guide to getting high-quality pictures on dating apps, because most guys don't realize...
Even at his size, so he's not what you'd consider a tier 1 alpha guru. Even at his size, he is still peddling paid services for shit that people just have access to for free. You need someone to say your pictures suck? Post them on Reddit or Twitter. Instead of paying money for the fucking books, courses, online guru content. It's always so wild. But I can't even be mad at this guy for it.
This is actually also a really dumb criticism. So he's basically saying, well, technically you could probably find this information online for free, so therefore it's a scam. Okay, then you have to bite the bullet and say that college in general is a scam because everything you learn in class you can learn online for free. Now, in some ways, college is a little bit of a scam, so I will say that, right? But again, informational products, right, are not necessarily a scam, right? For me, for example, right, yeah, you could spend hours and days and weeks like going through the whole internet trying to nitpick advice, and if you don't really know what works and doesn't, you have to follow some bad advice, some good advice, do a lot of trial and error. Or you could just learn from someone who you think is an authority, someone who you think knows what they're talking about, and just have it all succinct in one place so you can move on, learn your stuff, and move on with your life, right? But again, so to me, I think if there's someone who is an area in your life where you're weak at, and there's someone who you trust, who you think can deliver on that, I do think it makes more sense just to learn from them rather than trying to figure it out yourself, because there's also a lot of bad advice on the internet. So yeah, this idea that like, oh, just because it's a paid informational course, it's a scam, like, no, it's not.
It is just a ripe landscape for scamming. It truly is. People just love to throw money at someone they perceive to be an expert on a problem that they're doing the bare minimum to solve in the first place, like not getting dates.
So that actually I somewhat agree with. A lot of people do that. They throw money at the problem because they don't want to actually go out and do the work themselves. But it's not fair to say that's most people or that's everyone. There's also a whole bunch of people who actually do the work, right? Who they just need the right information. So yes, the people he's talking about exist, but I wouldn't say they're the majority, or maybe they are. I don't know. But there's a whole bunch of people who are not like that as well.
Like, I guarantee, this is all very generic advice. It's not even bad advice, to be fair. But I guarantee no one that's buying his course is even going to bother implementing it. Like, they throw money at the problem and think that's going to magically solve it with no effort on their own part, or they'll try it once, it doesn't work, and they quit, but they still...
That is a very extreme statement. He's saying no one that goes through your... It's like saying no one that goes to college is actually going to apply that and get a career. No one that pays for your course is actually going to apply the information you give. That's not true. There's going to be a whole bunch of people who are going to apply their information. You can make the argument that maybe some people are going to look at the course and then they're just going to mentally masturbate and forget about and not actually apply the stuff. But to say that's going to be every person is an insane claim.
Paying for the content. It's so awful. Ugh.
On the apps, make sure to click the link below. And I want to clarify that if I wanted to, I could have got a lot more than 5 dates. I only messaged probably about a third of my matches. So I could have taken this even further.
There would be no women left in Las Vegas if this guy didn't put that kind of stipulation on it. Like, if he was just left to run wild, there would actually be no pussy left for anyone. So thank God he took it easy on the rest of us.
Hour of effort, I was able to get 5 dates in one day.
And I bet those dates went amazing. Bro used a Pokemon incense. Yeah. His Riz was off the charts. Again, we are just lucky he spared the rest of us because...
Again, sarcasm and shaming, that's the common pattern you're going to see over and over.
Because anyone's girlfriend or wife that happens to live in Las Vegas with them, hey, she's not yours anymore. Not when this guy's got access to a phone. So is this course all about just getting a date from dating apps? Oh, he also does, like, infield approaches at fucking Target. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh my god, this guy has to actually go out and talk to girls in real life. He just doesn't have a bunch of girls sliding in his DMs trying to like collab with him and fuck him on OnlyFans. He actually has to go out and like talk to girls. What a loser. What a peasant.
It's feeling a lot like 2015 again.
After that, you're going to get humiliated. But in this video, I'm going to show you that a normal-looking guy with a very normal approach can have success. And that means
He's not wrong. Yeah,
you're
I
not,
mean,
no...
Imagine this. If you're just not weird, you'll probably have success at some point with a woman. It's just, don't be weird. Lesson complete. I didn't even need to buy the course.
So this is the actual first like alternative piece of advice that this Penguins guy's offered, and it is don't be weird. That is going to help a grand total of 0 people. Everyone already knows that you shouldn't be weird. But the question is, if you are a weird guy, how do you stop being weird? What are some specific things you can do to tone down your weirdness? What are some different mindset shifts that you should have? How do you stop being less needy, right? And those are questions that require complex answers, right? But again, this guy's just offering insanely generic advice, which is funny because that's what he's accusing Avery of. That's going to help absolutely 0 people.
Case.
I just want to see the approach.
Like, hey,
oh, he's not even doing the approach. He's grading it. Well, how about this one? How to pick up any girl in 30 seconds plus infield. Infield is a pickup artist term. It means he's like out there, boots on the ground on the front line, absolutely slaying vagina. So we get to see the master at work, I suppose. Leaving the Jedi
pick
temple.
Up any girl in, give her some space, and here's what you said. I hope this isn't too forward, but I had to say that you're very beautiful, and there's something about you that really caught my attention.
I'm hoping there's some flexibility to that line, because that line's just going to get you immediately laughed at. I just can't imagine a single human being being receptive to that. That's just always going to be creepy. That's that Reddit nice.
Again, just goes back to what I was saying. This guy's insanely disconnected. Now look, that's probably not the opener I would go with, right? I would probably tone it down a little bit. Hey, I thought you were really cute and something about you caught my eye. I probably wouldn't use the word beautiful, right? But to say that this opener is going to get you laughed at every time is insane. If you deliver that opener with good body language, where you square up with the girl, you're sincere and you're genuine, that's going to actually work fairly well. Like most girls are going to be like, oh my god, thank you so much, right? So yeah, I don't think it's the best opener. It's not the most optimal, but it's a decent opener. To say that's going to get laughed at every time is just insane. Like this guy's so disconnected from like actually the dating process.
Guy energy, which people are hardwired like in their DNA to reject. So hopefully that's just like a template, and you can like kind of freestyle in there with normal.
So giving a girl a compliment doesn't make you a nice guy. This is something I'm actually surprised he's saying that. I don't know if this guy's like more blue pill or red pill, but this is like kind of more of like a black pill, red pill talking point. It's like you can't compliment a girl. You know, she's gonna think you're a nice guy. No, you can compliment girls as long as you don't overdo it.
Conversational tactics.
Can I just say, you're really cute. Well, the top third of your face is really cute.
Thank you.
I can't make judgments on the rest. A coffee or something?
Maybe.
Maybe? Well, let's try. Maybe we'll have a double date.
Yeah.
Since they seem to get along as well.
I know.
All right. It's great to meet you. Yeah.
If she says, I have a boyfriend, I'm not interested, just move on. The reality is,
Thanks,
some
Lisa
women
Bliana
do have
and
boyfriends, or
Rogert,
they're a lesbian, or
Brian
whatever. It's
G4.
not going to happen with every girl. But a lot of the time, they'll either say, okay, or, maybe, or
Or they're just not interested, man. I always like that. Let me make sure I got that lesson. If they say no, they either have a boyfriend or they're a lesbian.
women do have boyfriends, or they're a lesbian, or whatever. It's not going to happen with every girl. But a lot
Okay. Those are like really the only two things.
That is such a straw man argument. That's not what he's saying at all. He's just saying that sometimes the reason girls say no is because they can't actually go on a date with you even if they want to. So he's like, girls have legitimate reasons for saying no. It's better to move on. That's a perfectly valid point. He's not saying the only two reasons are because they're lesbians or whatever, right? So or because they have a boyfriend. So again, massive straw man. Now I will say when we're analyzing this piece of infield, that was a very, very weak yes, right? Like the maybe is a weak yes. But again, I don't think he was trying to make the point that this is like exactly what you're supposed to do. I think the point he was trying to make is how quickly you can get a girl's number, which again, and at least he didn't get laughed at, as this Penguins guy said. Like again, most women appreciate a genuine compliment, right? As long as you don't overdo it.
They either already have a boyfriend who most likely bought this course and rizzed her up, or they're just straight up a lesbian.
Well, the top third of your face is really cute.
Thank you.
Oh, is this his only example for this? I thought it was going to be full infield
I'm
work
going to say
here.
you're really beautiful. And not, hi, I just wanted to say, you're very...
Picking up a hot girl in 3 minutes. It's the same example. Has this only worked a single time for him? This is from 2 years ago. It's the same clip that he just used 3 weeks ago. Surely if this is the secret formula, the Krabby Patty secret formula to getting laid, or at least guaranteeing a date, it would have worked more than once in 2 years. Why keep repeating the same clip?
Oh my God, this is another dumb argument. If you actually bother to do a little tiny amount of research and click on that video, instead of just staying on the homepage, go into videos, you'll see he has a whole bunch of infield. Now look, if he legitimately had one piece of infield, then this would be a very fair critique. But he doesn't. He has a whole bunch of infield which he puts on YouTube for free from start to finish, right? Like just do a tiny amount of research first before you make a claim that's just blatantly false.
I didn't even finish the deal. He started walking away before getting her number to set up the date. Okay, I'm going to give him a very generous leap here and assume that he just cut that part out because you are right. He's like, yeah, well, let's try. Let's go on a double date sometime. And then they start separating. Like, yeah, maybe, maybe. I'm assuming, and this, I understand it's a leap, they may have exchanged numbers prior.
Have a double date.
Yeah.
Since they seem to get along as well.
I know.
All right, it's great to meet you. Yeah.
If she says I have a boyfriend,
I'm just going to assume they must have exchanged
I
numbers.
will say this, he is implying, he's not saying this directly, but he's hinting at a problem that does exist in the pickup industry, which is people using a bunch of jump cuts to cover up their rejections and make them look better. This is something that RSD was notorious for. However, Avery does have a whole bunch of full-length infield from start to finish, right? So with him, that's not really an issue, but that is an issue that exists in the pickup community. So if you see a dating coach where all his videos just have a bunch of jump cuts, they're all edited, right? He doesn't have any videos from start to finish, that is a little bit of a red flag.
As opposed to just instantly separating like that. How many views did the video have? The original one was 350k. So it looks like he's tried to be like the alpha male coach for quite some time now. And I'm going to tell you, it's probably quite successful. Again, he's not like the biggest alpha male, like metric-wise, but the beauty of being a guru in this kind of space is you only need a couple of suckers that just keep coming back over and over and over again. Here, let me see how much his course.
Well, that's not true either. Like, if you have a course, and I think Avery's course costs literally $7. If you have a course that costs $7, you need way more than a couple of people. The whole intention of that is that you're going to get thousands and thousands of sales because the price is so low. So again, I'm kind of nitpicking right now because it's an irrelevant point, but that's just like blatantly a dumb thing to say.
Costs. Give me a second. What's it called? The spark? Yeah. Top dating expert reveals how to covertly spark attraction with any woman instantly and subliminally. Includes hidden camera footage of my method in action. Man, just reading this is rough. The nerdy virgin who became an international playboy. I used to be hopeless with women, probably worse than you ever were. I read over 270 books about what sparks that seemingly mythical emotion known as desire, and I even got a degree in psychology. Oh, here we go. Give me instant access to the spark right now for just $7. That is so much cheaper than most of the other ones. And you get some bonus shit as well. The DTF test, which is a total value of $97, and you get it for free.
That is like ultra cheap. I don't know if there's like an upsell or there's like some kind of like mastermind. I don't know. I haven't like investigated his like course thoroughly, but I don't think you can call something a scam until you've actually gone through the course and determined that basically the course doesn't deliver on what was promised, right? It sounds like this Penguins guy didn't do any of that. He's just looking at the sales page. You can't determine something is a scam just by looking at the sales page. You have to actually look and see if it delivers or not.
A shockingly simple two-step system that will allow you to find out if a woman wants to hook up with you. I'm going to tell you, if you need to buy a test to try and verify that, the answer is likely no, she doesn't want to. This one's called the Charisma Blueprint with a total value of $47, and you get it for free with the Spark. The Obsession Formula DVD, total value of $67, and you get it for... Oh my god, Jesus! Here, I'll bring it down. I was going to leave it up there, but I don't feel like reading through all of it. So for $7, you get the Spark, and then the Spark gives you like 15,000 bonus DLCs. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. And the price will increase to $50 very soon. I don't know about that. It's been 2 years. I imagine it stayed at $7 the whole time. It's like watching an old As Seen on TV commercial. Total value of $6.55 today for just $7. Holy shit, I'm losing money not buying it. I also would love to know where the valuations come from.
So he has a point there. These numbers are completely arbitrary, and I do it too. Every single business does it. It's a marketing tactic. Typically, us dating coaches and us YouTubers in general, we don't write our own sales pages. We hire a marketer because it's not something that we're that intuitively good at. So yeah, that's just a common marketing tactic. Is it a little like, kind of like, yeah, sure, you could say that, but it's not a scam.
I made it up. I'm going to buy 1,000 courses for $7 and flip them when their value goes back up. That's genius. Beautiful idea.
Who is the biggest joke?
Now, the one thing I find really funny about all of this is that when I looked into Penguins, I realized he actually has, if you go on his YouTube channel, he has a whole shop that you can click on, and you can buy hoodies and t-shirts and a whole bunch of comic books and a whole bunch of basically semi-useless shit for, you know, like $30, $40, right? And again, I'm not going to shit on the guy for having a business. Every single person who's a YouTuber, right, who gets to a certain point, we all have our side businesses because YouTube ads is very unreliable, right? And we need to make a living and we want to offer value, right? So there's nothing wrong with Penguins having a business, right? But it's just funny that he he's criticizing Avery for having his business, which is very cheaper, $7 is way cheaper than like a $40 hoodie, right? But then he has his own business. Like the cognitive dissonance there is insane, right? And again, like I think there are definitely valid criticisms to be made of the pickup community, that people should make. And I'm happy to see bigger YouTubers basically applying scrutiny to our community because it needs that. But in this video, he didn't actually offer any logical criticisms or any specific things that makes Avery a scammer or thinks he's doing that unethical. He's just basically ragging on the idea that there are guys out there who want to get better with women. It's like, okay, dude, not everyone's a famous YouTuber. Some guys have to actually meet girls the hard way. So why not actually find some legit scammers in our community? I promise you there's many, 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 and call them out instead of calling someone who's actually trying to do something good. All right, hopefully you guys found this video valuable. And Penguins, I'm sure you're going to be watching this video. I'm sure a bunch of your friends are going to send it to you. So here's my challenge. Why don't you come on and let's do a debate? I can do it on your channel. You can come on my channel. We can do it on any platform. Let's actually have a discussion about what you think is so scam about our industry, and we can have a very interesting discourse. I think you're gonna be surprised how wrong you are about a lot of the points you're making. Anyway, show some love by smashing the like button, hit subscribe, click that bell for notification, and make sure you guys check out our brand new PWF Clips channel. We're taking the highlights and the best parts of podcasts and debates and putting them on there. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time.